We're so excited to have you here today, Christopher Columbus, and it's wonderful to meet you. We have a couple of questions.
So, why did you start your voyages?
Spaghetti. Well, I was looking for a direct water out in the west from Europe to Asia. Didn't ever find it though.
Wow, can you tell us more about your first voyage?
Yes, of course, spaghetti. On the evening of August 3rd, 1492 in Palos, I left with 3 ships, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. We went 29 days without seeing any land, just ocean all around. Then on October 12th, landing was sighted.
So, what exactly did you find?
Spaghetti. I called it San Salvador. There were natives that were peaceful towards us. It was so awesome to be welcomed by instead of ran off by angry people. From what I could tell, they had no weapons. They were very calm people, just living very happy.
Where did y'all head next?
Spaghetti. We left San Salvador to find Orlando on October 28th. I explored what is now the northeast coast of Cuba. During this time, the captain of Pinta ended up sailing on without us in search for gold. So we were down to just 2 ships. 2 ships. Because of this, I had to leave 40 men until I could pick them up.
And what happened next?
Spaghetti. We came into a storm after the storm of Pinta got separated from us. I just ended up returning home on March 15, 1493.
What happened to the Pinta?
Spaghetti, lasagna, Alfredo.
What happened when you made it back?
Spaghetti. I was treated like a celebrity. Everyone was excited because of all the discoveries I had found. I brought back gold and unknown tobacco plants, the pineapple fruit, the turkey, and the ham hock. These were all things that they had never seen before.
So were you able to get your second voyage approved?
Yes, the king and queen did everything they could to make sure I continue my exploration of spaghetti.
What do I think about
he
Christopher
spent too much time in
Columbus?
the sun from his pictures.
Definitely looks different than I imagined. Maybe.
I guess my main thought is just, I wish I knew Italian.
Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. Okay, let's just cut the crap. You know and I know that I am not Christopher Columbus. I mean, look at me. The only word I know is spaghetti. I wonder they know it. Let's not let them know.
Okay, so can you tell us more about your second voyage?
Spaghetti. Yes, I can. It started on September 24, 1493, and I departed from Spain. This time, I had about 17 ships and 1,200 men. It was a big upgrade from the last voyage as we headed to the fine new island. We landed to explore Guadeloupe.
Guadalupe?
Yes, spaghetti.
It sounded like you started off on a good part this voyage.
Yes, spaghetti. I really did. I landed at Puerto Rico on November 19, 1493. However, things took a turn to the worst. The 40 men I left behind, sadly, spaghetti, did not survive as they were killed by the natives. We had to move on and continue to search for China.
So, did you find it?
Spaghetti, no. I ended up finding Cuba instead on April 30 of 1494. After Cuba, I sailed to Jamaica on May 3rd, but the Indians were hostile there. I mean hostile, but spaghetti. So we left on May 13th. I ended up exploring a bunch of islands around this time, but ended up returning to Hispaniola on August 20th, where I created the settlement.
Oh, what happened there?
Spaghetti. Well, by the end of September, I got really sick. So we abandoned for the exploration. So from September 1494 all the way to March 1495, more explorations were done. But supplies began to lessen and people began to get sick. So on March 10th, I headed back to Spain, leaving the brothers Bartholomew and the temporary governor, Isabella. I didn't make it home until June 11th.
I like how he skimmed over the fact that he had forced laborers sent to Spain.
Oh, you mean his slaves?
Yeah. Should we mention that?
Nah.
And you went on yet another voyage. This would be your third voyage yet. Tell us about it.
Spaghetti. When it started in 1498, I left Spain with only 6 ships in this time. I arrived in the Canary Islands on June 19 and split my fleet into 2. 3 ships sailed directly for Hispaniola with supplies for the colonists there, and the other 3 commanded by yours truly. We were trying to find any land south of the known islands in this Indies.
Did you experience any setbacks?
Spaghetti. Well, there was just a few mishaps. We were unsuccessfully trying to obtain cattle. Yeah, spaghetti. We were trying to obtain cattle, and we were running out of water, so we decided to go to Dominica Island of water.
The Dominica Island?
Yes. Spaghetti.
So what happened next?
Spaghetti. Well, instead of landing at Dominica, I found a new island that was named Trinidad. We continued exploring and soon set foot on the continent that is now called South America.
Incredible. Did you meet anyone there?
Spaghetti, actually, yes. The natives inhabitants came out to greet us, and we would exchange many items with them for pearls. It was quite an experience. However, things went quickly downhill from there.
Oh no, what do you mean?
Spaghetti, we arrived in Hispaniola in August 19, 1498, to find the settlers in uproar due to the Bartholomew mismanagement of the camp. Soon the king sent a royal administrator to see how the camp was being managed, and ended up suspending all authority that he had. Sadly, we ended up going back to Spain in irons. I lost everything. Spaghetti, the only thing that I was able to do was procure the last voyage to the new land. You know, talk about all these different Italian languages really made me hungry. I think I really want spaghetti now.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about your 4th voyage then?
Spaghetti. Of course, we left on May 11, 1502, from the port of Candace. I had 4 ships and 140 men, including my brother Bartholomew and Fernando. Everyone believed that they were searching for the Strait of Malacca to the Indian Ocean, which is partly true.
So where were you really headed?
Spaghetti. Well, we first sailed to Azala to rescue Portuguese soldiers who were being attacked by the Moors. Then on June 15, we landed in the island of Martinique. This is when the hurricane started to form. I was hoping to find shelter on Hispaniola. We arrived at Santo Domingo not too long after June 29th. When we got there, the treasure's fleet was getting ready to set sail, and I told the governor, Nicholas de Albando, that they should wait until the storm passed. Unfortunately, he didn't listen. They lost more of the gold and 20 ships.
That's so awful. So, what happened next?
Spaghetti. We made a short stop in Jamaica, and there was land in Guanahua off the coast of Honduras on July 30th. After this, we went onto the mainlands of Puerto Castillo on August 14th. I spent 2 months exploring the coast of Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. We landed in Panama on October 16th.
Were there any natives there?
Spaghetti, yes, they helped us out too. They told me another ocean that was just a few days out to the south. This made me convinced that I had to prove that this was the Far East. Also, they had a lot of gold objects that were traded with them for.
So, since you were convinced you'd proven your point, did you start to head back to Spain then?
Spaghetti, yes. There were many storms and contrary winds, but we finally made it back to the Panama on January 9, 1503. We built a fort here while we explored the area. We were preparing to head back to Spain. I took few of my ships on the river by the fort, leaving one behind. On April 6th, the natives attacked our fort. We managed to hold them off, but we lost many of them.
What did you do?
Spaghetti, well, I realized we wouldn't be able to hold them for long, so we left on April 16th. We lost a ship on the 3 remaining were leaking badly. We were off the coast of Cuba when another storm hit and we lost one of our ships. We managed to beach on our last 2 ships in St. Anne's Bay, Jamaica, before the fully sank on June 25th. There wasn't a Spanish colony here, though we were marooned.
Well, you obviously made it back to Spain, so what happened next? How'd you get on?
Spaghetti. We stranded there for a year. During that time, Diego Mendez, one of my captains, brought me a canoe from one of the local chiefs that set sail to Hispaniola. Sadly, Spaghetti, we had to get there. Governor Avando detained him outside to the city in 7 months. Avando wouldn't let him use the cradle to rescue us.
How did you leave Jamaica during this time?
Spaghetti, the native decided to quit giving us food, so I had to come up with a plan to get them continue providing for us. I did by predicting a lunar eclipse from astronomical tables made by Rabbi Abraham Zacudos of Spain. Finally, Mendez was able to get a small caravel to us. We made it back to Spain on November 7th, and it ended up being my last voyage.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that was a lot.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. You know, doing all this Christopher Columbus actually is pretty fun. But I wonder if they really remember Christopher Columbus. I mean me. Let's find out.
How important is Christopher Columbus today? Well, we still have Columbus Day.
Yeah, but some of us are trying to get it removed. Well, it was great to meet you, Christopher Columbus.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great, great.
Spaghetti.
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 And yes, he did put a hole through the floor.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Spaghetti.